What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for checking out this video. My name is Sam, and I wanted to make a follow-up video regarding one of my previous videos that was about the University of Phoenix Online. That video I had made right before I started school, or when I went back, somewhere around there, and I broke down the cost of how much it was going to be for me to go there and get a bachelor's degree. So there have been some updates to that, and I wanted to just show you guys because the cost was way more than I thought was going to be, and it has changed. So let's jump right in. Okay, here is the spreadsheet that I showed in my last video about, or one of my last videos about school. It should be the same exact sheet. The only thing that is different is the classes. There were 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 more classes. Those were classes I was going to take to get a certification, and I decided not to do it. I wanted to get this degree done as fast as possible, which, by the way, it is a Bachelor's of Science in Business. So I knocked those classes off. If I didn't have knocked them off, I probably would have graduated in or around March of 2026. And obviously I would have paid more. My grand total was $19,744.48. If I would have kept that certification, it would have been around $27,000, I believe. So I saved money there and I saved some time. Just briefly going over this sheet, these are the classes that I took. These are the class dates. The classes were 5 weeks long. They would start on a Tuesday, go for 5 weeks, and they'd end on a Monday. And then right after that, another class would start on the Tuesday. There was a little bit of break here between in Christmas time. Yeah, right here, December, I think maybe like a 2-week break or something like that. Every class cost $1,234.03. That was my pay. I do want to make something clear. If you decide to go to the University of Phoenix Online, your cost very well might be different. It might be more, it might be less. That, I believe, was tuition and their resource fee. The reason that my cost was that way is I did get a discount because I did transfer in a bunch of credits from previous college, and I also had proof that I had a cosmetology license, and they took that and they said that because you had that and maybe experience, I don't know exactly how they determined it, because of that, they knocked off electives that I should have had with this Bachelor of Science in business. So there was like 3 or 4 or 5 electives that I should have taken as well, but I didn't have to take those. So I was able to save money and time there. The payments as a cash pay, at the time, you had to pay 2 weeks prior to your class starting. So I started the class, and then a few weeks would go by and I'd have to make that payment for the next class that started. So I don't know how it is now or how it's going to be in the future. So I can't guarantee that, if you're going to be a self-pay, the rules are going to be the same. Same with the cost. I can't guarantee that if you go back to get a Bachelor's of Science in Business that you're going to pay exactly $1,234.03 for every class. So please note that this is not a guarantee of a cost to go back to that school. So there you have it. It's the same exact spreadsheet I used from a previous video. Like I said, I just took off a certification that I was going to get. I wanted to get this school done as fast as possible. It was a lot of work, meaning for me, the classes weren't that difficult. Some of them were really hard, but it was the working full time and then making time after work to do the schoolwork, and then on the weekends doing the schoolwork. It was very exhausting for me. And if you have the time or want to make the time, if you like the fast-paced schooling, then I suppose that you should maybe give it a try. There are other online colleges out there that I've looked at that are kind of fast-paced too. So definitely do your research, figure out what's best for you if you are wanting to go back to school. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer. And thank you so much for watching.